I like Ryan's balance. It's got so much heavy blue towards the tail section and the top, but just this little hint of blue coming off the front and off of the back of the spine, it really balances the piece nicely. And I think Ryan gets it today.
It's more along the line of a finished piece of artwork.
Today, you must tattoo Medusa. From Greek mythology, Medusa is a monster with snakes for hair, who turns any man that dares look at her into stone. Composition is crucial to legibility.
There's a lot of really tiny detail when it comes to a Medusa. You have snakes in her hair, a pretty face. They are really easy to screw up.
Medusas are the Achilles heel for all tattooers. It takes a pretty lady's face, it takes perfect snakes, it takes perfect composition.
Full body Medusa.
Full body.
With a skull face.
Skull face.
Looking down at a victim she's turned to stone.
Jesus God.
This is a pressure cooker, in my opinion.
I'm really happy with her head size.
I've tattooed so many Medusas.
All right, here we go.
All right.
There's a catch. They take forever because there's so much detail when it comes to doing all of those writhing snakes. I feel like I've got a leg up in this challenge.
Today, you had to show perfect composition by tattooing Medusa. Team Nunez, let's see how you did. Kelly.
The shading's beautiful. The detail in the eyes, the ridge of the nose, the lips, everything fits beautifully.
The fact that you were able to put in this little figure turning the stone, you've now created a story that's hitting composition out of the park.
Thank you.
All right, guys, time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day.
Either Nikki or Kelly. Both of them captured the really beautiful face. Nikki got some really bright, beautiful colors. Kelly's tattoo, nice and soft and beautiful.
I love Sketchy's application. The most consistent all the way through. I side with the technical.
I'm gonna go with Kelly.
Kelly did play with composition where she created a story. That really matters to me. My vote today is going to be for Kelly. The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Kelly.
Thank you very much.
Today, you must tattoo a peacock. With so many colors and textures to capture, precision is essential, or your peacock will go from bold to blur.
Peacocks are so challenging. There's thousands of feathers, a million little lines, multiple layers of texture. You can easily screw up.
Cruising? Feeling good with time?
I'm feeling good with time. My strategy is to stay under the radar, make sure I do clean stuff, and just ride it as long as I can. I want to be the last one standing in this competition.
This is your last hour remaining, guys. One more hour. Today, you had to show precision by tattooing a peacock. Team Nunez, you will serve as the jury of peers. Gian.
You did a really crisp, really clean, really beautiful tattoo. You made those little puffy areas in the neck, and then when you drop down to the actual tail feathers, you outlined them the same way. In a stylized world, it's a much closer take on a peacock feather. The flower/mandala, you executed each little section beautifully. As far as precision, this is what an outline has to look like. This is what the color has to look like. Hopefully some people behind you learn from you.
All right, guys, best tattoo of the day.
Just on technical application, line work and color, it's Gian all day.
Yeah.
That's
Period.
exactly where I'm sitting.
There's no debate about that.
The judges have decided that the best tattoo of the day goes to Gian. Congratulations, man.
Thanks, guys.
Today, you must prove that you understand legibility by tattooing watercolor tattoos.
Awesome.
Watercolor tattoos are by far the least legible tattoo style I could think of. It can't work together.
These tattoos mimic watercolor brushstrokes to create vibrant images. And although these tattoos play fast and loose with both color and shape, it's still crucial that you make sure your tattoo is legible.
Watercolor tattoos can be a muddy mess. Colors could run into each other, and it's gonna be hard to tell what it is.
That one spot killed. Load of adrenaline running through me right now.
Good. Get that adrenaline buzz.
Kevin gave me the tattoo that I wanted, and I'm so stoked. Coming off of that flash challenge, I need to kill it in this tattoo. I'm going to get whatever strength I have left and just pull it all out and do a killer job.
I felt like you had the funnest one.
The funnest?
Yeah.
I was like, Kevin, you don't want hers?
I was surprised he didn't take her.
Yeah, I mean, I would've.
Yeah.
Team Nunez, today you had to show legibility by creating a watercolor tattoo that's readable from across the room. Nikki.
This is kind of what I expected to see today, instead of like what we saw with Sketchy. Your color slaps go with each shape of the heart, and you actually create a lot of cool textures and depths with your color tones. It's a super smooth technique.
The use of the black and the way that you gave it that brushstroke feel, it has a really strong look, and it will hold up as to what it is over time. I think you did a great job here.
Thank you.
All right, guys, time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day. Chris, this is your team.
I like Nikki and Kelly.
Nikki and Kelly crushed this challenge. Do you have a final decision here?
It's actually tough.
I tried making it look as true to the actual paint and moving of watercolors.
Kelly's looks like a really smooth tattoo, and Nikki's really looks like a painting.
And Nikki's looks like only watercolors were used.
Based on the technique and the effort of moving the color around the skin, I'm with Nikki.
Nikki, you killed it. I go with Nikki.
I agree. I'm going with Nikki as well. The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Nikki. Well done.
It's awesome. Didn't expect that.
Today, you must tattoo outer space.
Dude, I'm totally freaking out. I've never tattooed space before, and there is no beginning or end to space in general. I don't know how I'm gonna pull this off.
Outer space itself is the ultimate darkness, but objects in space are visible because they're either creating light or reflecting light. Without contrast between light and dark, your tattoo will be unrecognizable.
Deep space is black, and achieving contrast is really tough. You need to be really creative, or it's going to be a blobby blur.
Ideally, in this tattoo, what exactly are you looking for?
Okay, I want a more realistic scene.
And you wanted to do 3 planets, right?
I have 3 people's names, my 2 children and my best friend,
Right.
that I kind of wanted to incorporate into there, but not like, obviously. Kind of atmospherically, like you can hide it in a planet if you want.
I need to secure a spot on the top 5 of Team Peck. I have to convince my canvas not to do names.
I never try to convince people out of something that they feel strongly about.
Right.
But in this competition, names send people home. Like, I might be.
I'm gonna kick those boys' butts today.
Yeah.
Originally, my canvas requested 3 planets and 3 names, but I convinced my canvas that we are not doing the names.
Gian, dummy.
Little match made in heaven, Gian, sorry.
He thought he was throwing us under the bus.
Gian thought he was giving me one of the worst canvases, and I turned that around.
Ryan's stoked. She talked that lady out of that. Stoked. Right? I would be.
Today you had to show contrast by tattooing outer space. Ryan.
A lot of people hit contrast today, but I really think you hit it the best. The top 2 planets, just the contrast with the light purple, the open highlight, then the black, you really get the idea of contrast to create a shape.
I really like the black that you use, even though the rings get a little wobbly. And I think you have a lot of good tricks.
Thank you.
Looking strong here.
Thank you.
It is time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day.
Gian and Ryan were the shining moments.
I would say that Gian turned in a more technically clean tattoo. However, Ryan has better examples of contrast.
Yeah, I think Gian's main deal was to do this clean astronaut tattoo and then put a little bit of spacey background on it. But contrast being the word of the day, my vote is definitely for Ryan.
Final decision.
Ryan.
My final decision is for Ryan as well. The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Ryan.
Thank you.
For this elimination tattoo, you must redesign a famous landmark as a new school tattoo.
Today's your lucky day.
I am known in the tattoo industry for being one of the people who has built New School to what it is today. A good New School tattoo simply cannot be made without good artistry behind it. That is not easy.
Drawing is essential. By skewing proportions, you must completely reimagine the familiar landmark as a New School image.
Honestly, my guy wants no exaggeration. He wants it full color with the Colosseum, with a gladiator fighting a lion with a glowing sword.
Did I you over? Do you think you can do this?
I have to. If I can't do it, then I deserve to go home.
Oh no.
I was a little nervous at first because I saw one of the New School tattoos. I don't know, like there was like makeup on it.
I have like a style that I do for like feminine New School, and then I have a style that I do for like masculine New School. It's just a little bit bolder.
My canvas is a little nervous about my design, but he's going with it. The pressure for me to do a really, really good job on New School Day is absolutely astronomical.
Kelly's is awesome. It's not even finished yet, and it already looks like Coliseum. And it's New School, and it's everything the guy wanted.
Team Nunez, today you had to show artistry by transforming a famous landmark into a New School tattoo. Kelly.
This is where you really shine. This is a great drawing, great illustration. The details are spot on. The way you executed the Colosseum is brilliant.
I did morph it a little bit, but I wanted to keep it somewhat true to form and then use other elements to bring in a more New School-y kind of feel.
The artistry stands strong. The way that the character fades off before it hits the Colosseum and that color blast comes out, it's a great use of contrast. The details in the musculature of the guy and the skin tone, the scratches in his face, it's great tattooing.
All right, guys, time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day.
Eric and Kelly?
I agree, those are my top two.
If you just compare the quality and the detail in Kelly's Colosseum to the Taj Mahal, really over the top.
Eric definitely put his balls on the chopping block and did a load of tiny little straight lines side by side by side by side and just owned it.
We're talking about artistry. Kelly had the foresight to plan alcoves and little windows lined in red because this thing is going to be glowing from the inside.
Oh, I mean, just the drawing itself. I mean, she drew that figure from scratch. I think that the artistry shows really, really strong. My vote's for Kelly. I'm going with Eric.
I'm going for Kelly. The judges have decided that the best tattoo of the day goes to Kelly. Well done.
Thank you.
Today, you must transform your canvas's significant other into a pinup.
I hate this challenge. Pinups are usually a disastrous day in this competition, and I'm not feeling good about it.
Your canvases have brought along their better half, who they idealize. You must use ingenuity to show the rest of the world how hot they are, or how hot they think they are.
Pinups are incredibly easy to screw up, especially if there's significant others in the room looking over your shoulder. It's unnerving. It throws you off balance.
I got the worst canvas in the room. I got the older couple. It's a tricky tattoo. I gotta do a car. I gotta do a pinup. I'm just thinking how I'm gonna make a car look good on her arm.
Look at that.
White highlights on the metal.
I wouldn't.
All right. Let's keep it simple.
Today, you had to show ingenuity by transforming your canvas's significant other into a pinup tattoo. Gian.
One of the things I like the most about this entire tattoo is how you dealt with the couple. It was obvious that you were working hard to give them the best tattoo. You definitely could have talked them out of the car, but you didn't. And you gave yourself a tough tattoo to do, and you did it.
And what I think you really captured is how proud this dude is sitting in front of his baby. It has soul, and that shows a lot of creativity and a lot of ingenuity. I love this thing.
All right, guys, time to discuss who had the best tattoo of the day.
Today, I think thinking out of the box and the ingenuity challenge, John just sends home a really strong tattoo. It was the perfect design, the perfect application. Had you fumbled on that or anything, then immediately I would be with Ryan.
Ryan's ability to capture that face so perfectly in a 1-inch portrait is something that not many people can do. Gian got this challenge that everybody else would have just panicked under the pressure. But to take that idea and really shine is pretty phenomenal.
My vote's for Gian.
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 Judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Gian. Today you have an intense challenge ahead of you. You must create a 12-hour tattoo for your canvas's head.
Tattooing somebody's head is completely different from tattooing anywhere else on the body. Not only does it hurt a lot, but there's the dome shape and ear. It makes for a very strange composition.
The brain has two distinct lobes. The left side of the brain handles logical thought, and the right side of the brain handles creativity. You must find a way to reflect that in your design. You'll have 6 hours to tattoo the left lobe today and 6 hours to tattoo the right lobe tomorrow.
A 12-hour tattoo in one spot is hard enough, but both sides of your head, these canvases are out of their minds. They're going to be in a world of hurt.
You got gentle hands.
I'm
Remember
very
that.
light-handed. I'm a lady tattooer and I tattoo like a lady.
Yesterday, you tattooed the left side of the brain for the first 6 hours of a 12-hour head tattoo, and you're being judged on adaptability. One of the best ways to prove your adaptability is to finish what someone else started. What? That's right, you must all swap canvases. Today, another artist will be finishing what you started, and you must finish what someone else started, tattooing the right side of someone else's brain.
Hell yeah.
Eric and I are the only pair of artists that ended up swapping canvases. And even though he's been tattooing for over 20 years, I am not afraid of adapting to another artist's work.
You want to learn something, look at the other side of her head.
You're just being a pain in my ass.
I'm gonna make my side of the tattoo stand out a lot better than Ryan's by throwing in way more detail. I'm gonna nail this tattoo and I'm gonna win tattoo of the day.
This week, you tattooed 12 hours. 6 hours on the left side of a canvas's head and 6 hours on the right side of another canvas's head, finishing another artist's design. There's no jury of peers, and both teams are up for elimination. Let's start with Ryan and Eric.
Ryan, I really like this tattoo. I think you definitely use contrast to put depth in this to make the skin and gears and tools look like they're overlapping, and the detail is very nice.
Eric.
The style of the rips really match up nicely. You followed the same flow on the front of his head as Ryan did. I think you guys worked really well together.
Ryan and Eric, you guys picked each other's canvases. Let's start off with Eric.
Eric, I love this floating figure that you have in the center. Then the color trickles off into this gnarly pattern. It looks great. What I love about the way these two tattoos tie together is the fact that, Eric, you created that beautiful floating geometric shape, and it looks like that's the light that's backlit on Ryan's tattoo.
Ryan.
The layout and the artistry here showed adaptability. All 4 tattoos came out super strong. Out of the one that Eric started and that Ryan finished, picking a winner out of these 2, I would pick Eric. But out of the head that Ryan started and Eric finished, the winner I would pick is Ryan.
This is the first time that we've had both teams tattooing at the same time.
Anybody standing out in the front?
Yeah, Eric and Ryan for the win.
Ryan's just a little bit sharper. My vote's for Ryan.
My vote is for Ryan.
Bastards.
Winner of the best tattoo of the day goes to Ryan.
Thank you.
Congratulations. For this elimination tattoo, you must tattoo a classic symbol of the passage of time, an hourglass. Your canvases today want meaningful images incorporated into their hourglass tattoos. You must use detail to make these images work within the body of the hourglass.
Detail is so difficult on an hourglass tattoo. You need to make the glass look shiny. You need to make the sand look like it's grainy. That takes teeny tiny little textures. So much can go wrong.
Looks awesome.
It looks great. I want to get the feathers done and then go in and start detailing it.
The better I feel about this tattoo, the worse I feel for our alliance.
Today, you had to tattoo a detailed hourglass. Team Peck, you assigned the canvases. Let's see how you did. Ryan, you're up first.
When I heard the canvas's request, I wasn't sure how you were gonna get it together, but you killed it. The detail in the hourglass, the detail in the feathers. Detail is the word of the day, and you definitely killed it.
This tattoo has detail all the way throughout it. The cracks and the weathering of the skull. And then also your transition from the sand to this skull was really well done.
You have a lot of creativity and your drawings are fun to look at. You're definitely pushing harder artistically than a lot of people in the room.
Time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day.
I like Ryan's tattoo the most. It's the best tattoo that I've seen today, especially from a detail standpoint.
Gian did a beautiful tattoo. It's not overloaded with detail, but it's just very smooth. Ryan showed a lot more detail, a lot more little intricacies.
Not only that, but she's got dark darks, light lights. I mean, this thing has depth.
For me, it's Ryan.
Vaughn.
Ryan.
I vote for Ryan as well. Chris.
I would actually say Nikki.
The judges have decided that the best tattoo of the day goes to Ryan. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Most people wear their tattoos with pride, but 1 in 7 have a tattoo they regret. Today, you must cover a tattoo in a spot that is often a source of embarrassment, a tramp stamp.
I knew that damn tramp stamp fad would come back to bite me in the ass.
Tramp stamps became a fad because their designs were typically small and their placement was easy to hide. However, the placement of the tramp stamp on the extreme lower back makes it a serious challenge to cover tastefully.
Tattooing over already tattooed skin just makes the tattoo process that much more difficult. If an artist doesn't have good technical application, there's no point in tattooing because you're just gonna put them through unnecessary amounts of pain and see the tattoo underneath anyways.
Oh, your skin takes ink like butter.
Oh, good. I came into this competition needing to prove exactly who I am. And with every single day that I'm here, I get more and more comfortable in my own skin.
Are you coming to Fort Lauderdale Handcrafter or what?
I hope
so. Dude.
Now's my time to shine and prove that I can win time and time again.
Today, you had to show bulletproof technical application by covering a tramp stamp. Nikki, let's start with you.
In the sense of a cover-up, you nail it. You hit technical application here really well. You apply the ink to the skin in a way that gets rid of the underlying tattoo. That real deep, rich black that you get down there puts so much depth into the tattoo. And when you have those leaves, you can balance the black everywhere. Then it always camouflages nicely and somebody can't go, oh, there's the cover-up.
It's very beautiful, and technically, it is pretty perfect.
There's no trace of the existing tattoo, and that was a massive tattoo that you covered up. Great job.
Thanks.
All right, judges, time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day.
Let's look at Nikki's tattoo and look at what she covered, because that's a full-on cover-up.
It is.
And that's a full-on beautiful tattoo.
It is.
My vote is for Kelly. I believe you hit the challenge. I believe your artistry's on point. Looks pretty technically sound to me. Chris.
I'm with Nikki. It was a large cover-up, and she laid it out perfectly and executed it like a champ.
The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Nikki.
Thank you.
For this elimination tattoo, you must tattoo the ultimate test of accuracy, a portrait.
Portraits, my Achilles tendon.
Sweet.
Hell yeah, portrait day. That is my day. I don't see anybody in this house beating me on a portrait challenge.
And today, your canvases want portraits of toddlers.
Toddler portraits are so much more difficult than normal portraits because the proportions have to be very round and soft. Otherwise, you can age the image and make it look like somebody that it's not.
But that's not all. You'll be tattooing head-to-head with another artist because 2 canvases want each portrait. And that means your work will be compared directly with another artist, and any error will be apparent.
Tattooing the same portrait against another artist, there's nowhere to hide any discrepancies. This is by far the hardest thing we have had to do yet.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Gion's freaking out right now. This is the best possible scenario for me. I do portraits all the time. I don't see anybody in this house beating me on a portrait challenge.
Sometimes when you wipe it, it's worse than a tattoo.
Yeah. I took a big risk playing my strategy the way I did, staying in that middle ground. Now that things are heating up, I need to step it up and start winning.
Today we were testing accuracy with toddler portraits. Each of you went head-to-head with another artist on the same portrait. Let's see how you did. Nate, you tattooed the same portrait as Gian.
Nate, you captured the likeness. I like the way that you captured the little indentation on the top of the nose and the really subtle highlights in the eyes. And that little glimmer is perfect.
I love the way you put a line right on his hand. Normally, a lot of people don't do that and it gets washed out. Accuracy, it hits the mark.
Thank you.
Who took it down between Gian and Nate?
Nate hedges Gian out in my book.
The shading on the child's right side, under the hat, that darkness on Gian's creates a shape of the head that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Nate got the shape of the child's head perfectly.
Unanimously, it's Nate.
Judges have decided the winner of this head-to-head battle is Nate. Congratulations, man.
Thanks.
All right, guys, time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day. I'm leaning towards Nate in terms of just looking like the kid.
It's got to be between Nate and Kelly.
Kelly's? I don't think so. If you guys are going for accuracy, Nate's looks like the picture.
Fair is fair. Sheer accuracy, Kelly, you changed the mouth, so all things considered, Nate.
Tim, final decision.
On sheer accuracy, Nate.
My vote is for Nate. The judges have decided that the best tattoo of the day goes to Nate.
Thank you.
For this elimination tattoo, you must make your canvases superhuman by transforming them into cyborgs.
Cyborg tattoos? I've been trying to avoid these for years.
A cyborg has mechanical parts incorporated into their body to enhance their capabilities. Your canvases want gears, pistons, cogs, pulleys, and other mechanisms where joints and muscles would exist.
Biomechanical tattoos are always really harsh and rigid, and I don't even know where to start on designs like this.
And there's no better test of consistency than working with other artists on multiple tattoos. So once again, it's Team Peck versus Team Nunez. All the members of your team must tattoo your canvas at the same time. You're being judged as a team. That means you win as a team or you lose as a team.
It's hard as hell to tattoo with somebody else tattooing next to you, much less two other people. It's gonna be a nightmare.
Remember, if we don't win this thing, one of us is going home.
Damn, quit reminding us. At this point in the game, I don't want anybody else having their hand in my tattooing. I want to do what I do, and that's it. How do you want to do on these skin rips?
Skin rips. Up to you guys. Dark wash.
Team Nunez definitely has the advantage. I've already seen Nikki and Kelly work together as a team, and they do it seamlessly.
Guys, underneath some of the skin rips, I'm putting a little bit of black, okay?
Underneath.
Three of us together, all doing different styles. I mean, honestly, we got no chance.
And switch stations.
Are you good there, Ryan?
Perfect. Are you good?
I'm good.
Once again, just like any other Team Peck challenge, Gian and I are working well together, taking the lead.
You already outlined the whole medium?
No. Nah, none of this is done, that's not.
But Nate is just pessimistic and slow.
What's the plan?
Look what Ryan's doing, and you start doing what she's doing.
Nate has to pull his together, or Gian and I are going down with him.
Today you had to show consistency tattooing cyborg tattoos. Remember, you're being judged as a team. Let's see how you did. Team Peck, let's start with you.
Looking at the three tattoos, they all have a consistent feel, but there are a couple of differences. The one with the trigger, it looks like the smoothest of the three. It has a much softer, powdery feel to it. That's the one that's the most open and the most readable. Your other tattoos have a lot of small, tucked away pieces that are in there. The left leg is a lot heavier, a lot blacker, and a lot deeper in your outlines, as opposed to the other leg. Those outlines, they're thin, there's a lot of wobbles.
One thing I was unsure about is like, what is ripping out? Is that supposed to be skin or plywood ripped open?
For the skin rip?
Oh, is it skin?
Yeah, what he asked us for was almost like a striped slash sort of like claw look.
I mean, it looks like you definitely did what he asked for, and sometimes that can be a little bit dangerous.
This is that type of skin rip that has that tendency to look like bark and look cracked instead of looking torn and flexible. But the way you designed it and laid it out, this is a design that can appeal to people whether they know what this imagery is or not. I think it's a crowd pleaser all around.
Thank you.
The judges have decided the best tattoos of the day go to Team Peck.
Y'all hit it. The cyborg element showing a lot of mechanical pieces and overall consistency. It looked like one person could have easily done all three of these tattoos.
Team Peck won just because they stuck to the challenge.
This means that the three of you are safe from elimination. You can go ahead and have a seat. To earn a spot in this year's live finale, you must survive a 15-hour tattoo marathon.
I am going to have a heart attack. I can't imagine getting through one tattoo, let alone a 15-hour marathon.
For the first 5 hours, Team Peck, you'll tattoo Medusas, while Team Nunez, you'll tattoo a peacock.
Crazy.
For the next 5 hours, Team Peck will create watercolor tattoos, while Team Nunez tattoos outer space.
Watercolor? I am not a color tattoo artist, and this is the most colorful of color tattoos. How am I going to pull that off?
And for the final 5 hours, Team Peck must tattoo a new school landmark, while Team Nunez tattoos a pinup.
Oh my God, I thought I was safe and I wouldn't have to revisit peacocks and space and pinups.
After each 5-hour tattoo is completed, the judges will critique your work. The artist that wins the best tattoo of the day will earn their spot in the live finale immediately. If you don't have the best tattoo that day, you must continue tattooing in the marathon.
I need to nail this on day one, and I won't have to worry about having to do 2 color challenges in the following days.
Look at you. You didn't do it.
I didn't do new school. I've given you new school too many times.
I feel really strong with this design. I'm doing an illustrative realism peacock.
Try to include some fundamentals and stuff that like maybe I didn't get to show.
The 4 of you are at the beginning of a grueling 15-hour tattoo marathon. And the artist that wins the best tattoo of the day will secure the first spot in the live finale. Team Nunez, that's Kelly. You tattooed a peacock. Come on down, let's see how you did.
Kelly, the tattooing here is spectacular. There's so much texture to that beak, the way it rises and falls, and the way that you put the true gray over the white, directly over the top of the eye, and gave us that indentation, really gives that bird's head a lot of shape.
For this tattoo, the one feather behind the head with the eye in it is awesome. The detail is amazing, but as far as the look of the bird, the short neck, weird little head, it looks like a baby peacock, but then you colored it like an adult. You missed the mark on what a peacock looks like.
All right, judges, time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day. Best tattoo of the day goes to the finale, guaranteed.
Kelly knocks it out of the park and tattoos circles around those tattoos.
Final decision.
John.
Kelly.
5 votes for Kelly. The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Kelly. Congratulations, Kelly. That means that you have earned your spot in the live finale.
Atta girl. I lost them all, but we're first in the race.
Thank you very, very much.
3 of you remain, but there are only 2 spots in the live finale. Every drop of ink counts. You will have 5 hours to tattoo, and your time starts now.
Dude, that looks awesome.
I dropped the ball yesterday. I'm trying.
The Medusa challenge was supposed to be my day, but I let the stress and the pressure affect my work.
I think you've got this one.
I'm really trying.
Today, you completed your 10th hour of tattooing. You had to continue in the marathon creating watercolor tattoos. Let's start with Brian.
I like the use of the rich black. Really helps give this thing structure and dimension and depth. You were able to achieve a lot of layers and detail just with color shading. I love the way the colors blend from one to the next.
The fins are what make this tattoo completely. It's a very loose tattoo, but you really anchor it in with all the black you use and the black shading. It was a wise choice.
Thank you.
There are 2 spots left in the live finale. It is time to decide who has the best tattoo of the day and secures their spot alongside Kelly.
Battle is definitely between Nate and Ryan.
Ryan definitely could have upped her color palette a little bit. Would have been a lot more appealing if it was brighter. Nate's choice to put the purple in the stripes and have it blend to the orange gives you that hot and cold plate.
I like Ryan's balance. It's got so much heavy blue towards the tail section and the top, but just this little hint of blue coming off the front and off of the back of the spine, it really balances the piece nicely. And I think Ryan gets it today.
My vote's for Ryan.
The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Ryan. Congratulations, Ryan. You have earned your spot in the live finale.
Thank you so much.
This is your last chance to earn a spot in the live finale by tattooing a new school landmark. You have 5 hours to tattoo, and your time starts now.
Just use like a little bit of tangerine and do it real washy.
I'm really nervous about doing this design. I don't even know where to start.
If you're nervous, like go in really softly on some of the highlights.
Kelly is showing me how she draws new school, and I'm listening to every little bit she's giving to me.
Just to make that black look nice and rich.
She's got a tattoo like it's the last day of my life to make sure I gotta win.
Today, you had to tattoo a new school landmark. This was your last chance to earn the final spot. Gian, let's start with you.
I really love this drawing. I really like the expression in her face. She has the typical new school big eyes, but the ending of the tattoo is my favorite part. The way that that piece of robe comes across and gives us that open, blowing shape is a very nice way to end the tattoo and keep it soft.
All the little details really stand strong, like the fingers grasping the tablet, the little shadow from the top finger on the tablet, the shadow on the neck underneath the chin. All these expert tricks that are really nice in there.
You've taken a character, which is a statue, and you've put life into it. I love that.
Thanks, man.
Gian and Nate, one of you is headed to the live finale, and one of you is about to close shop. Judges, time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day.
These are both bulletproof.
For me, I love Gian's nose and lips way more than Nate's nose and lips, but I like Nate's eyes.
The shading that Gian did, though, over those lids into the deep recesses, that black shading.
That part I like.
Nate has a nicer torch.
More elaborate torch. I like Gian's flame a lot. That little bit of yellow highlight on the edge of the crown, I really think helps a lot. I don't know why you didn't do that, Nate.
It's tough. They are two great tattoos that are very similar, but the most life that I get out of both of them is Gian's.
Who had the best tattoo of the day? This is it.
I think my final vote's for Gian.
My vote is for Gian as well. The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Gian. Congratulations, buddy. You are headed to the live finale.
Amazing.
Ryan and Gian, you guys are the top two artists, but there can only be one ink master. Over the last several months, each finalist also had to tattoo a 24-hour chess piece in the style and subject assigned by the opposing team. Ryan, let's see how your master canvas went.
Ryan, I would love to see dueling hot rods, big, chunky 90s new school.
That is everything I have ever hated.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
This is your new chess piece. Cool, right?
Yeah, I'm excited.
I have a lot more to prove.
Are you ready?
New School was the one challenge that everyone else in the finale did that I didn't do.
You gotta breathe, okay?
It's literally the opposite of my style. Vibrant, bright color, thick, chunky lines. I don't do anything like that.
You got this.
This really is the tattoo that's going to make it or break it for me.
11 minutes.
I've made it this far because I've busted my ass. I deserve to be the first female ink master.
All right, it is the moment of truth, Ryan. Please reveal your master canvas.
Ready?
tell us about this.
Well, Kelly assigned me 90s New School because it's the opposite of what I normally do. And I feel like she assigned it to me because she basically wanted me to prove that if I deserve the Ink Master title, I should be able to, you know, tackle any style and handle any challenge that was thrown at me. So I think, you know, this challenge was the opposite of what I've been expected to do, and I, you know, did it as true to the challenge as I could.
Well, you know, this tattoo, it does exude 90s. It does have that really 90s feel. This is my 25th year tattooing. I grew up on this. So looking at this artwork, the outline quality, the color palette and play, it really sets off a strong 90s presence. What for me really hits it is the use of the chrome, because we were really chrome babies in the 90s. We would make anything chrome, and you captured that look in this 90s feel tattoo. I think you did a great job.
All right, Ryan, thank you very much. Judges, we got to make a decision. Running out of time. I'm gonna go to Chris first. Chris, what are your thoughts here?
Well, look, I think both of them did beautiful final tattoos. I think two completely different styles, two completely different takes, both with seamless, smooth application. If I look at both of them, I can read, I think legibly, that Jian's tattoo is undeniably, you pick up what it is right out of the gate. I think Ryan's tattoo, there's a little bit of a hard time realizing what's actually in the cockpit, that you have those eyes driving, whatever it is, so it takes a double take. No taking away from the tattooing. Going all the way down to the layout of the artwork, I think maybe the artwork, Jian may have squeaked by like that, but you know what, Ryan's tattoo, debating myself, is really strong. That outline's strong, the color's strong. It's a tough call here.
Yeah. The challenge they had to go through, I got to go to Ryan.
All right, Chris, final decision, buddy.
I think for fans of the show and people that first look at first glance of what the two tattoos are, people recognize what Jian did. Jian.
Wow. I knew it, man. First of all, let me say all three of you guys killed it this season. I love all three of you guys. Ryan, love the tattoo. Jian, knocked it out of the park, man. But in terms of just being an overall dynamic piece that just has that wow factor, I'm going with Ryan.